Okay, so today we have a different kind of video because we are preparing. I've prepared a list of the books that I read over the past few months, and I decided I wanted to share it with the world and say, hey, this is what I've read, this is what I've worked on, and yeah, let's get into it. Um, yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so at number one we have Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey. So this is, do I recommend this book? Yeah, I would recommend this book if you like Matthew McConaughey, if you want to know where he comes from, if you like him as an actor, as a person, and you want to know his origin. He also gives, it's not a kind of a practical advice book, it's more of a he talks about his life, where he comes from, what he's done with his life, and he gives lessons with, yeah, basically, yeah, lessons of what he's seen, what he would do different, what he would do better. A few months ago we did work, I have the book right here. A few months ago we did work, I did talk about the text that was in the book, and and yeah, I would definitely recommend it. I loved it. But as I mentioned, I also love Matthew McConaughey. I love his movies, his mentality, everything. So if you don't like it, maybe it's not for you. But yeah. Next up, we have this one. So this one right here is in Spanish. It's called Ithaca. It's a poetry book of a Greek author. Um, I would definitely recommend this. 100%. You should read this. Absolutely. It's poetry, basically. There are different poems. There are poems about Achilles. There are poems about Ithaca. There are poems. There's another poem that I think is beautiful called "The City," and it's really lessons. It's really lessons, very valuable lessons that you can work on, that you can, relate to your life. And poetry, I believe poetry is beautiful because it comes into your life in the most unexpected ways, when you need it the most, really. When you feel kind of lost, you just, I opened up this book a few weeks ago, well, maybe a month ago already. I was feeling kind of lost, didn't know certain things, and I opened this book and I read one poem, "The City," and it was perfect. It was a perfect. So really interesting book, beautiful poems. Probably one of the best books of this author, and this author is one of the best authors in Greek poetry. So definitely recommend it. Next up we have, yeah. So next up we have the phase in which I focused on reading about sleep. So we have Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. This book, would I recommend it? Not too much. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. There's, if you want to learn about lots of technical stuff, technicalities about diseases related to sleep, lots of technical stuff about how sleeps work, why we sleep, how we sleep, different phases of sleep, then yeah, read it. Okay, if you want to get all of that, I already got all of that from this book, but it wasn't what I was looking for. I was looking for practical advice on how to improve my sleep, and this book didn't give me that, honestly. But if you want to learn all that technical stuff, all that scientific information, then sure, why not? Give it a chance. It's a good author. He's been on several podcasts. I think he's been on Joe Rogan and maybe Dr. Huberman. So why not give it a chance? Yeah, and then we have Sleep Smarter by Sean Stevenson. Good book. Some advice, some general advice on how to sleep better. Um, yeah, why not? I mean, if you want to learn about sleep, and this has some practical advice, some things to do, some things not to do, then sure, read it. Then we also have Fast Asleep, by Michael Mosley. Also, kind of the same thing. Some good advice, some not so good advice, practical things, not so practical things. But yeah, I mean, why not? why not? And the sleep solution, again, same thing. Some practical advice, some not some practical advice. What I noticed is that they repeat themselves because there's information, but that's it. There's not much more other than that, because they talk about the phases of sleep, how to go to sleep, when to wake up, how sleep works, and then they give you advice. Except for Sleep Smarter, they all give you advice on on why to sleep, how to improve your sleep. But it's very general advice. So the kind of thing of stop using your screens. Um, but yeah, good advice. Use it use it I'm gonna use it. I'm definitely gonna use it. So recommendable. I read those four, and I got very decent information on how to improve my sleep. And yeah. Anyways, in the future I will upload a video talking about these kind of things, but because I'm not doing them right now because of all the movement around my house and going to the beach and this place, that other place. I didn't really feel good talking about that when I'm not doing it, right now. So, yeah. Then we have, So then we have Peak Mind by Amishi Pei Jha. So I think it's a Indian woman scientist. Really good book. Really good book. Really good book. Uh, really good advice. Practical advice too. Exercises to improve your focus. Exercises to improve the way you think. Um, Also, something I wasn't really looking for when I started this book was how to live more presently, how to, be more in the present, not worry so much about the future, not think so much about the future, and also realizing that you're doing all of those things that are wrong. You're doing all of those bad things for your mental health, for your head, for your mind, for mentality, all of that. She talks about it. She talks about all of that. She gives exercises, and those exercises help you improve those things, improve those aspects. At least the realizing that you're doing all of that, and once you realize that you're doing something bad, if you want to improve, then you will find a way to improve. But the first step is always realizing that you want to that there's something that you're doing wrong, you know so yeah, definitely recommend this one. uh Really good one. Really, 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 really good one. you know so 100% read it. We also have Deep Work. um same kind of the same thing. More practical advice, exercises, fewer exercises. I'm not going to repeat myself. It's kind of similar to the structure of Peak Mind. So if I would read both of them, they're going to give you some sense. Deep Work, I think it's going to give you more sense, more advice on how to, start working hard and focusing, because they don't tell you work 14 hours days straight. No, they actually tell you you need to set certain blocks in which you're not going to get distracted. Over time, you will be able to increase those blocks, but you can't start by working 12 hours a day. you know you got to start smaller, then slowly improve. And so definitely recommend this one. If I had to recommend an order, I would read Deep Work first, then I would read Peak Mind, which was the order, the inverse order of what I did. Yeah, read both of them. They're gonna help you a lot. Exercises and practical advice on how to focus better. Then we have No More Mr. Nice Guy. Awesome book. Awesome book. This book I would only recommend to men who feel like they are very approval seeking, very too nice sometimes. They don't um, talk about their needs. They don't set those needs ahead. They don't share them. They also have unresolved things from their childhood. 100% recommend this one. 100%. If you fit that profile, read this one. If you don't fit that profile, I don't know if this book is gonna be very helpful for women, for example, because these patterns, I don't know if women have them, but I don't think they do. at least based on the information given by Robert Glover, and yeah, I mean, if you feel that if you just want to learn some things, also, then this book also, why not? I mean, it's an interesting book, but if you don't fit that profile, I don't think it's going to be much helpful. Okay, and then lastly we have Power of Positive Thinking. So Power of Positive Thinking, also really good book, really good book, and it was by Norman Vincent Peale, which was who was I don't know the word, I don't remember the word in English, but I don't want to say it disrespectfully, but the guy who talks to the church, I think it was something like that, preacher, maybe a preacher, yeah, I think it was a preacher, and yeah, really, this is more of a faith-based book, more focused on God, some quotes from the Bible that you should think about every day, and they will make you improve your way of thinking, your life. And do I recommend this book? Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I finished it not too long ago, so I still have to implement all these things, start thinking that way. There's a quote that was stuck in my head for a very long time, that's been stuck in my head for a very long time, which is, who can stand against me when God is behind me? And that kind of gives me the notion of, there's nothing that I can't do, because I need to have faith. I have to I have that faith, and I'm still working on developing that. Still working on getting better at that. But yeah. I mean, all of these beautiful books. Some of them, Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey. Um, just as a recap, Green Lights, if you love Matthew McConaughey, go ahead. Then we have 4 books about sleep, because I want to learn how to improve my sleep, and that's it. And then we have 2 books about focusing, working better, focusing more, some exercises to improve that. So yeah, beautiful. Then we have the No More Mr. Nice Guy, which is kind of a different book, I guess, and The Power of Positive Thinking, which is beautiful book, beautiful book. All of these, highly recommend them. If you meet those needs, I mean, if you don't want to learn about sleep, then don't read books about sleep. If you don't want to develop faith in God, then don't read The Power of Positive Thinking. If you're not interested in Matthew McConaughey, don't read Green Lights. Take this with I don't know, what's the expression? A spoon of salt, pick of salt. I don't know. You know what I mean. So yeah,